what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 157 show. Once again, my name is Jonathan. Sitting over here is Auburn Austin. Now we're going to stick with that. Auburn Austin. Y'all won.
That's the theme for today.
Right.
We won last week. Let's go for it. Broke the curse.
Auburn Austin. All right. So, guys, this week is week 6, which is Auburn versus Georgia at home. And then we have Alabama versus Texas A&M at Kyle Field. Big games, big matchups. Happy about all that. Before we dig into that, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, the like button, the comments. Drop something below. Let us know you guys are watching and enjoying the show. Again, thank y'all for tuning into the videos, man.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Auburn, big matchup this week.
Big matchup. So do we want to do the predictions first? Do we want to talk it out? How do you want to do this?
Let's talk it out and just see how you're feeling first, and then we'll go from there.
So this is the second time that Auburn and Georgia played in October.
Okay.
In the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
First time was last year, October of 2020.
Now that's with the. I know Gus had mentioned something about being, playing teams. Is this the rearranged schedule that they had talked about?
Originally Georgia was kind of played towards the latter part of the season. It was Georgia, Cupcake, Alabama.
Yeah.
And it just kind of got really heavy. I'm not sure exactly how it worked. Obviously, it's not just because Georgia's good or Auburn's good or whatever it may be. There's definitely some behind-the-scenes things that we wouldn't be privy of. But so it's been rearranged. Last year was the first year. And just a little interesting fact would be 1936 was the last time prior to 2020 that they played in October.
That's wild.
So,
I mean, and it's only going to get even weirder. I think when Texas and Oklahoma join in the SEC, we're going to see a lot of these schedules change up. And, hopefully we get some interesting matchups year in and year out. I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to do that stuff. But
yeah. So Georgia's won 13 of the last 16. It's kind of rough. It's hard to say.
14 of the last 17's coming.
We're not at the prediction point yet. We're just talking it out.
Yeah. That's my prediction. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Gave that one early.
Yep.
Georgia's defense, man, they're stout.
Now, listen, Danny Cannell posted something, and I probably could find the tweet and pull it up. But he posted, Georgia has not played anyone with an offense in the top 70, I think, in college football.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
nope.
Is that padded stats?
Let me stop you there.
I'm listening.
1. Guess what word's coming next? Touchdown. 1 touchdown all year.
I mean, it's
16 total points.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I'm not trying to dog Georgia, no pun intended. But I mean,
there you go.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, there you go.
But I think they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good.
Yeah, they're great.
But they have not. They have not played anybody worth a crap.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I will say this. I don't know if those stats he gave is before or after they played Georgia. I don't know if.
Let's edit that.
No, I don't know.
Clemson.
But what I'm talking like Arkansas. All right.
Oh man,
just think Arkansas.
Georgia.
No. I'm saying Georgia versus Arkansas. Cannell gave the stat for Arkansas's offense. I don't know if that offense number he gave is before or after they played Georgia.
Okay, so man, I was struggling. I thought
I
thought you were putting Georgia in instead of Clemson.
No.
No, we're good. All right, we may not have to edit that. No. I just like a retard. That's okay.
But no, I mean,
Arkansas good. They weren't number 8 team good. Let's be clear.
No, they were definitely
They just came off a hyped win over A&M, who was overranked because of their quarterback injury. Let's be very clear.
They're a good team.
They're a good team. They're motivated.
They're a top 25 team for sure. For positive. Not top 10.
No.
Definitely not top 10.
Nor is A&M.
No.
Which we'll talk about that today too.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Sure, you can say they didn't play anybody, but they played the Clemson brand at the beginning of the year, and that's clear.
Who is now unranked. But I cannot say anything. As an Alabama fan, I have defended this, in our favor before if they were ranked when we played them. I can't.
Yeah, so you can't retroactively change your view there.
Right. I can't do that.
So when Georgia played Clemson, they were a top 10 program.
For sure.
With a top 10 ranking, and they won that game. Granted, the only touchdown was a pick 6.
Yep.
But they won that game. They beat the Clemson brand, and that's what mattered week 1.
Yeah.
They win.
And everyone was high on them.
Exactly.
That was a big matchup.
Yeah.
That was definitely a big matchup.
So going into this weekend, I think one of the biggest keys is going to be Auburn has to slow down the run and force them to pass the ball.
Now, that's key for, I guess, maybe one reason. I saw where Stetson Bennett is battling a small injury as well,
We don't know.
and JT Daniels is still iffy.
You don't know who to prepare for, but dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Georgia. I'll just go ahead and say it. I was going to wait later on, but I think so. You got Alabama, right underneath there. You have Georgia. I'm talking right underneath,
Right.
and then you have the rest of the SEC.
Shoot, the rest of the nation.
Well, yeah, sure, but I'm
mean-
just saying, let's just keep it SEC. Like you're here. I mean, there is a huge gap.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not afraid to admit it.
No, who is your third overall team in the SEC right now?
Third overall team, Florida.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Fourth
Yeah.
overall team, Auburn Tigers, baby. No, really, I'm
mean,
serious. Yeah, I think they're second best team in the West. I really do.
Yeah.
I said that at the beginning of the season.
I mean, Texas A&M is hot garbage right now.
With the quarterback injury, I do want to emphasize that.
Yeah,
I
we
think
didn't
that-
see the true Texas A&M quarterback
Correct,
that's coming. So, yeah, no, going back to Georgia though, they're definitely number one team in the East. Definitely second team in the nation as of currently.
Yeah, this is a preview of December,
Right.
and it's definitely probably a preview of January.
Yep, for sure. And I think it's going to be a
To
good
be
matchup.
clear,
Yeah.
I think that they're the best team in the East. I think they're going to wax Auburn. There goes my prediction.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, this is just that ain't even a spoiler. That's it.
Just truth hard
That's
facts.
just the way it works.
I mean,
So-
it's just
So I think Auburn needs to slow down the rush, make them pass the ball. I think that's going to be competitive. I'm not saying close, competitive during the first half. Second half, Georgia starts to their talent depth, their five-star program, five-star defense starts to ball out, and they pull away. I consider a moral victory if Auburn is within 3 scores.
you're low on this.
I'm telling you, man.
I-
The
now-
spread's like 15.
Now,
Over,
I'll say
under.
this too, though, that there's more injuries than just the quarterback going on in Georgia. I think
I don't care.
they
I
are
really
deep.
don't.
They're going deep into their pocket for their wide receivers and stuff because they are. I mean, they're battling injuries and stuff. Now, is it going to matter? I don't think so.
No.
I don't
Like I
think so.
said, a
Running the
moral
ball, they're
victory-
solid.
Moral victory within 3 scores. I'm happy.
Yep.
Over under is 45. I expect Georgia to be close to that on their like by themselves. I'm telling you, man.
No bow magic this time.
It's the first SEC home game for Brian Harsin. I appreciate that. I think the boys will be motivated. I think Auburn's going to be motivated. But motivation keeps you in games.
Yep,
It doesn't compete versus 5-star talent, multiple deep and on the roster.
for sure. And they've got some high profile guys out there for sure, especially on defense. I mean, fast guys, quick guys. I watched them. They're quick. But I
That's
think
it. It's going to be a waxing. It's going to be Arkansas part 2.
it's possible. And now, hypothetically, Auburn goes out there and just dominates Georgia. Where do you think Auburn falls moving into the rankings?
Top 15.
You don't think they go too high? Any higher than that?
Top 15. Maybe 12, 13.
I mean, you think just a fluke win? I mean, I don't think it's going to matter as far as playoffs go for Georgia. I think they're in.
It's an early enough loss. They're still dominating.
Yep.
They're going to have a good quality win or loss versus Alabama in December. I don't think it'll be a concern.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking. We talked about teams where everyone is, Alabama, Georgia, and then the rest of the nation.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone that's going to compete with them for possibly kicking them out of the playoffs. Even this is if they go undefeated and Alabama goes undefeated and meets in December, the winner and loser are both going to be
Still automatically in my opinion.
I don't think they're going to be like a 1 versus 4. I think they don't want to match. They don't want another rematch of a game that they just played.
Yeah.
I think they'll be 1-3 or a 2-4 kind of situation.
Yeah.
But
Now that's like I said, I don't have a lot
that's
to
big
say.
ifs.
Yeah.
They still got the whole season to play. They could just
one game at a
crap the
time,
bed.
1-0, like Brian Harsin says.
Yep.
But it's gonna be an 0-1 week.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I'm not gonna, like I said last week, I got to make tough calls. I don't want to say this stuff, but that's just part of being realistic.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a realistic fan.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I
Yeah,
mean,
and we're still coming off the high from LSU. I'm grateful for that, and the winning in first time in 20 years. But
just not going to happen.
not this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, it's a tough road test, or it's a tough test at home, and then I just think Georgia's going to overpower them straight up.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going to be a domination.
No, I will say this: moving into the Alabama
So let's
football,
flip the script and go to
I
Alabama.
don't think Alabama's going to struggle whatsoever.
No, I don't either.
I think they're going to. I think they have found their bread and butter in power offense, power football.
Or Richardson,
Yeah. No. Who?
the running back.
Running. That's Brian Robinson.
Robinson. Bro.
Richardson is like 8 years ago, bro.
Hey,
9 years ago. No, but they we're not gonna. We just won't even go there.
yeah.
No, but I mean, I think they found their bread and butter in power football.
And Robertson.
In Robertson, Brian Robertson,
Robertson.
You see, you messing me up.
Robertson. We're good.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Is it not Robertson?
I think it's Robertson.
Bro,
Brian Robertson.
You're thinking too hard.
Robinson. See, you messing me all up, bro.
All right.
Brian Robinson.
Do we need to call it time?
No, we're not. That
All
is,
right.
it's Brian Robinson. You messed me up. You had my mind just like going, geez. It's Brian Robinson is his name.
Hey, War Eagle folks. That's why I'm an Auburn fan.
Yeah, exactly. And you see, you can't influence me like
We're
that.
good. We're good.
All right,
Moving
so
on.
Brian Robinson, I think, is their bread and butter moving forward. He is definitely kind of shown himself to be the strong guy that can get the tough yards when he needs to be. He had a good, solid game over 100 yards. I think he continues that going into this game. I don't think.
So you think he's going to have over 100 yards?
Yes.
So do you think it's going to be a point where Alabama's so far ahead that they're feeding him the ball, and that's how he gets?
I think
100
they'll be
yards?
killing
Or do
the
you
clock,
think
yeah.
it's up
No,
front? He has a couple good runs.
With the injury to Jace McClellan, I think you're going to see him kind of tote the ball a little more than you would before. They're going to try and
they're
push
going
him.
to ease in. They're going to ease in the third and fourth
Right.
string, which are now second, third,
Third,
with the
yes.
injury.
Right there, and he's going to get the ball a lot more just to kind of help carry that offense because he's the big guy. He's a big dog. I mean, he's a senior. Oh, well, I think it's a sixth senior with this COVID stuff they had.
Yeah,
he came back.
Eligibility.
But he knows the offense. He knows what's going on, and I think they give him the ball a lot more. He gets the yards. I think later on, as the game becomes out of hand, you'll see the other guys move in and
Get some quality
get
reps.
some reps in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, do you see this being remotely close at any point?
I think at the first quarter at the beginning, 0-0. No, I think Texas A&M is going to come in with a good game plan. This is their big time game. Since they've been in the SEC, this is what they want. They want to become Alabama. I think everybody really and truly wants to become Alabama. Their standards that they have set. They went out, got Jimbo.
A dynasty that has lasted.
It's impressive.
There's a knock on Clemson.
Yes.
Y'all hit the like button for that dig.
It's impressive.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's phenomenal. Yeah.
But everybody wants to be like Alabama, and Texas A&M went out and got Jimbo, who's won a national championship at FSU, and paid him the big money.
We're going there.
I'm just telling
We're
you.
going to dig Auburn.
He won.
He did.
He did win. But no, they want to become Alabama. This is their big time game. I just don't think they're going to stand up.
It doesn't happen this weekend. It doesn't happen this season.
Texas A&M is struggling.
It's a
offense.
wash season for them, I think, and they're going to have to rebuild and rebrand. Not rebrand, that's a bad term, but rebuild and restructure for next year.
I mean,
I hate to say it, but
we talked about this before, but I think their number one guy's out anyway. They're playing with the backup quarterback who necessarily didn't think he was going to play and get some reps.
I think he's kind of battling an injury.
I think I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which if you've seen him throw the ball, he's not accurate at all. He looks like a chicken with his head cut off running around out there, like just throwing just complete ducks. It was it's terrible. But I don't think he intended to play this season necessarily. And he just kind of got pushed in that role, and he's still trying to find his way. But I think Alabama comes in, shows him things he's never seen before on defense, and I think we start getting after the quarterback a little more. Everyone's kind of finding their rhythm. Offense is gelling.
Oh yeah,
defense is gelling. I think that we become Alabama football again.
Yeah.
After
a dominating win.
Yes, for sure.
So let me go ahead and pause everything right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. To be clear, we saw talking about chicken with a head cut off running around. Bo Nix will not do that this weekend, folks. Let's be clear.
It's not gonna happen.
He's not gonna be doing that running from one sideline to the other.
No, they're fast.
Yeah,
they'll catch him.
The O-line is going to be overpowered quickly. Georgia's defensive linemen are going to be in the backfield quick and early.
Yep. And I think
I don't want to take away from Alabama, but I just want to say that will not occur.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Let's be very clear. No Bo Magic, no scrambling and gambling, nothing like that.
He can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
But Bryce Young, I think he has a good game overall. I don't know why. I just kind of get a feeling that maybe a subpar game for his standards. I don't know. Just a weird feeling I got. But still a solid win. I'm gonna throw a prediction out. I'm gonna say probably like 47-17.
Dang, man, they put up some points. I'm gonna go off the top of my head, 34-10.
It's possible. I mean, it's again. This is they're going back to power football, running the ball a lot more, play action pass. Run setting up the pass is basically what they're doing. So I think killing the clock is a little more, a little more of a their motto, I guess, is their forte. You know what I mean? They this last game they had one drive for 13 plays for like 6 minutes or something, which in the last couple seasons Alabama has not had. And I mean,
well, they say they flipped the script, like Saban evolved with offense with Lane Kiffin being there, and just kind of turned over. And didn't see that traditional powerhouse offense that we're referencing.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just kind of like off topic a little bit, but I was listening to somebody on the radio, and they were talking about the way football has evolved into a spread-based, offensive scheme. And I think you'll see, like Iowa, power football, you start getting bigger bodies and against these smaller guys, and eventually it's going to flip back. It's going to flip back to power football, running the ball, because these big guys can overpower the smaller, faster guys if they can catch them.
Yeah,
but I mean, you still got to have a solid defense to hold these guys that do run the spread. It's just the way it is.
It's a fine balance. You have to create that hybrid athlete.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually, 10, 15 years from now, something like that, it'll flip back.
Y'all heard it here first. 10, 15
years. Come back, check the video.
Here and, reference.
I may or may not be here. I don't know. I may be fired. I don't know. But no, again, like I said, 47-17, something like that. Late scores given up for them. But we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna go in with a good game plan and a lot of power football, a lot of I don't know about maybe single back, something like that. Give the ball to Robinson basically and throw when we need to. Is basically what it's going to be. I mean, that's all it's going to be.
Sounds good.
Get the guys the backup guys some reps and get some experience. But I'm happy. I think we're going to show out. So, but I think that's it for me. I mean,
I'm good. Talked about everything I think I need to cover.
Cool. Guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, drop a comment below. Let us know what you guys think this game is going to happen.
Let us know if you disagree with the standard of Alabama football, Georgia football, and then the rest of
I tell you what,
Jonathan,
rank your top 5 teams. That's top 10 teams. Put your top 10 teams in the comments, and if there's a gap there, gap them out a little bit. Let's
hit that enter button a couple times.
Yeah, tap that enter button. Let's get some some gauging of how you guys feel about the rest of the country and rest of their college football. But I think overall, that's it for me.
Sounds good.
Once again, my name is Jonathan. Roll Tide.
Yeah, and I'm Austin. I've said Auburn, Austin. I'm Austin, and War Eagle.
See you guys later.